Ranger's hooked up, fuel pump's hooked up. I know the alternator wire's back where it was. I'm not sure where the fuel wire was hanging. It can't get caught, can't get heated up. Should be good there. That's what we're gonna leave it at. Went through and checked all the hose clamps. Well, I haven't checked the other side yet, radiator hoses yet, but my hands don't fit back there to that stinking thing. But this thing didn't like sitting all these months without being used either. Couldn't hardly move this. Now it's nice and easy. I ended up pulling the cable out and cleaning the cable off with some WD-40 and shoving fluid film in the sheath. And I'm hoping, I think that's as far back as, yep. I'm hoping it's sitting right. Seems to be. Straighten the cable up a little bit because it had a couple little kinkies in it that didn't want to let it pull all the way back right. And it's actually a bulletproof cable, but not quite. It's an actual cable, and then it's wrapped. If you can see the lines on that, that's a hardened steel wrap on it. But it's kind of gone right at the end of the sheath right there. It's wore out, but the cable's still good, so. But that's the easiest it's worked in a long time, and it's coming back solid, so she better shut off if I want it to. And Becky's gonna go try to make fire. Number one was cleaning up the junk that was in the toolbox on here this morning and cleaning up some bolts, because when we set the pan down, put the gasket on it, I dropped bolts in all the holes while it sat there for an hour while we had lunch. And some of them got a little RTV on them. So I think she got them all cleaned up. Yeah, good enough. Almost looks like new again. And yeah, still gotta put all this shit in. And some oil. Imagine that. So that's what we're gonna get to now. Showed it before, but you see that? That's a dry filter element number. And this is a 4010. 1961 4010. They only came with oil bath. That housing is the same size as the housing used on the 4020s, which is a dry cleaner. I don't know if we can show you here or not, but I can't see what you're looking at. You might need a little light though, if my light will work. I cut all the oil bath stuff out and converted it to dry. And this is the first filter we put in it. I think this is the first time it's been blown out, and it was not bad at all.
Nothing compared to what I would have thought.
That's hours on that. Yeah, that's when we put the hour meter in. 0.0 is what the current hour meter says. The old one said 1612, which I know was at least the first time around. And that was in April of 12. So, and there's nothing wrong with the filter. Some will go, oh my God, you got to change it. No, you don't got to change the damn air filter every year. Keep them dry, keep them clean. The nice thing about this tractor, it doesn't do field work. It does hay moving. That's all it does. Well, once in a while we push some shit with the spear, but you know, I've fixed driveways into fields and that kind of thing with them and knocked trees down, but you're not sucking in a bunch of dust. So it lasts for a very long time. And I mean, literally, I got hardly anything out of this. I mean, you run the combine for an hour and you got a dirtier filter than this was. So anyway, just finishing buttoning up a few things. I think I'm done on the other side. I don't see much to do on this side. I still want to go over the pan bolts quick. That's the only thing I got left to do other than dumping oil and water in it. And we'll see if she goes putt, putt, spurt. Boom. Okay, a little over 1.5 quarts in the swing spout. Best funnel I know of. And I got 2 full gallon jugs. I'll just dump them right in the swing spout. And look, number 1 came back in. She had to go mix up some more coolant. We run everything 50-50, so we keep these old ragged jugs around because they got the sight window in the back of them. Too many of the new ones don't have a damn sight window. And yeah, we're using that fancy funnel. She's going, ooh, I got her too full. I got her too full. Oh, look at this. She's dripping. No, she's not. And yeah, we put a pint of Nalcool in it too, or Napa Cool is what we get. So almost there. Might even get her fired before launch. That's if the batteries are up. I haven't done anything there yet. Haven't hooked the ground up yet on them. Well, she's got as much in the coolant system as it will take at the moment. Yeah. Try to get the light so you can see. There's the dribble right there. We didn't have that apart. And that dribbling down to right there where you can see it's wet. But the first thing I saw was a stream that I already wiped off. And we're watching it at the head gasket. Try to get some light so you can kind of see. It's fucking leaking. Brand new head gasket, all sealed, and it's fucking leaking. Excuse my French. I'm hoping it's only leaking to the outside. I think we're going to go ahead and fire it and see what happens and go from there. There isn't any reason for it. Never leaked there before. Didn't see a bad spot in the gasket anywhere. And it's supposed to be doped on. It is completely doped. It is torqued down. Quadruple checked. So I don't know why. It does not make sense. But at the same time, it isn't doing it right now. So maybe it will seal up. Maybe we'll throw some frickin' stop leak in the damn thing. If it ain't going into a cylinder. Even then, stop leak might still work. I don't know. That's a lot of work to get back to that. And I really don't want to have to do that. Oh, Becky's got a burn pile over there where those cows are. And she's coming up as I'm coming out to help her. It's all scattered out. Pushing in, and there's a couple of those dead trees that were next to it. Gonna see about getting that out of the way and get it on the fire. And she just smiles and goes right on by me, and I'm going out to help her. Jeez. God only knows. But yeah, see, I don't want to drive over there. There's rock under all that, but there's lots of wet stuff above it. Cows, they like to check out fire. I don't know why. But yeah, most of them are standing right there against it. And it's not like it's a cold day. I mean, it's not that warm, but it's just cool enough I have my coat on. Probably be fine without it. It's a little chilly. With it, it's almost a little warm. I don't know if you saw the yellow jacket just buzzing the camera, but yeah, it's one of those days that they're upset because it's too cold for them, but they want to be out and about. Here it is. The big chunk's the one that laid there on the bank, and let's see, the one there on top is the one that was still standing till a few minutes ago. And the one in the middle was the top off the one that's still standing that was laying next to the big chunk. And that big chunk's still really heavy. And we pulled that dead snag over, and number one found about a half a dozen grubs in there the size of my thumb or bigger. Never seen them that big before. So, yeah, oh, Becky's over here telling her how the Africans eat those and how gross they are. And I think Becky lost her bike in the trailer. Dino was over there trying to ride off with it a little bit ago. And yes, that's how close they've been while I've been doing everything. But, now we got to go, hopefully, maybe make a tractor run. Becky crazy that they get so close to it. Ain't nothing you can do about it. They're just going to get there anyway. And yeah, that was Boomer pooping. Nice, green, wet, because that's how wet the grass is. It's a bad thing about this time of year here when we finally do get rain. There's still nutrition in the grass, but the problem is it goes right straight through them. You don't want to stand behind them when they cough either. That made it about 5 feet, just because their tail was in the way. So they're going to do what they're going to do. Haven't seen one burn themselves up yet. They just get uncomfortably close. And number one's over there with the bike getting a little traveler, and I'm going to meet her at the bottom of the hill with the tractor and drag her up the hill rather than taking another tractor out, because I can't hook up to it with this. No drawbar. So I got a chain. I'll just drag her and the bike up the hill. No big deal. Then we'll go back to work on the tractor finally. The video of her getting towed in. Hooked up back there so we didn't have to walk in the muck. With the bike, she might have made it, maybe halfway up here. But with the tractor, we can make it all the way. Like we got fuel dribbling from each one of them. And we got oil pressure. We got 2 chargers on it. The big one's on boost. I'd really prefer to do this without ether, but we had Dallas Chalmers years ago that even after a rebuild was still an ether whore. We got smoke. Should be spinning faster, but everything's brand new too. She says that one's not on anymore. Then unhook it. We may have a fried charger too. What do they say? Where there's smoke, there's fire? Let's find out. Yeah, I know the valves aren't perfect. I'm going to have to use both hands because we're going to give her a bumpy ether. I hate to, but like I say, she may still be an ether whore. She runs! Between not being fully primed yet and maybe still needing some ether. I don't know, but she's running. Got good oil pressure. Tack doesn't know what to do. We ain't charging yet though. Gotta rev it for that. It's a single wire. Where are we leaking?
Right here.
We're leaking somewhere. Go figure. He said oil is fuel. It's a return line. That fitting's not in the best shape, and God knows what the end of that tube is. I just tried tightening it more and it didn't slow down, so I guess we got to mess with that. But hey, you heard it run. It ran fine. I fired it back up and ran fine. And we just got to clean stuff up, see if we got any fuel leaks. That's the bad thing, because to get them primed, you got fuel everywhere, including right there. So I'll mess with that and see what we can do with it. May have to put a new flare on the end of the tube. I don't know. See the shape of that at the top. That's our issue, and I wondered about it before. That should be. Well, I just re-flared the end, put it back together, and it's holding. I see a little smoke right there, so we got a little leaky around that seal, and that one's tight. Hopefully that will seal itself up. These others are all good, no drippies. I did have that one right there was trying to squirt out this way. I actually had to put the wrench on and bump it with my hand and I couldn't turn it. Now it's sealed, so check the others and I don't see any leak anywhere. Sounds like she should. I'm good with that. Only thing we do have, right there. I don't like that. There's a passage about a 1/4 inch from the edge, right there and right there. Same thing in between every one, and the others are all dry. So, I don't know what the hell. But she's running. Don't slope near like she used to. It sounds good. That was the video, right? Couple leaks stopped. The other one may be stopping because it's dry at the moment on the side of the block. A little while ago since I did that last clip. And I'm going to go in. Had a guy stop by today with a manifold off a car that was broken, so I welded that up and called him and said come get it. And he just left with it, so I'm going in. Thank you for watching, everybody. I know this is a project that a lot of you have been waiting a long time to see the end of. I'm hoping we're actually to the point to be done with it. You know, the only thing I know wrong is a little water leak. And until we run it, we're probably not going to figure that out either. Near as I can tell, it's not going to a cylinder, so it's coming outside. It can leak outside for a long time, and knowing antifreeze, it will probably seal itself up in time, but I don't know if I'm going to wait that long. So it might get some stuff dumped in the radiator. I don't know. We'll see. In the meantime, thanks again for watching.